In today's video, we're taking a look at the Comica BoomX-U system. We looked at the D before, and if you've watched that, you know that I thought it was a very decent kit that you can get for a good price. So I thought, yeah, why not? We'll take a look at this. Comica wanted to send it, and I thought, yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, UHF isn't my thing, but we are seeing some very decent mic kits that are affordable but very usable. So as always, we're going to throw up a lot of random sort of test clips, unedited, such as this. I mean, I've got it right here, almost straight out the box. I've had to knock the levels down to 8. It's quite hot, and I'm hoping this isn't too bad. It might be a little bit hot still, but once we go through this, we'll sort of work that out a little bit. But anyway, this looks like a nice little bit of kit. So let's have a little look at it up close, because I think there's a few little bits and pieces that you'll want to see. And if you've watched the other video, there are a few design features that I was introduced to with that kit, the D kit, that is in play with this kit too. So yeah, let's see how we get on. But most importantly, stick around, because I need to hear from you. If you've used this kit or anything else from Comica, let us know. It's not just about my opinion at all, and this is going to be a very fair, honest look at it. You know, not getting paid for this at all. Wouldn't that be cool? No. Let's crack on, because I want to hear from you in the comments below if you've used this system or anything like it. Yeah, that was a bit more concise. Onwards. Firstly, I'm greeted by this natty little case. That's quite interesting. Now, you know, gadget geeks do love a good case, and this one appears to come with it. I was planning to just try and do a very quick look in the box before we crack on with this video, but tell you what, that's not bad at all. User manual in there, a few other bits and pieces, the transmitter and receiver, which we'll get to. Now this whole lot does come out, but it's quite tidy, that is. I do like that. Quite cool. Let's just pop that back in there for a moment. Which side was the zip? The zip's on both sides, but there you go. So flip it round, and we've got all the cables in there. So we've got, that feels like the wind muff. That's the TRS to TRS cable, USB-C charging cable in there. So this is the TRS to TRRS cable. Very interestingly, a 3.5mm to XLR audio cable. That is very cool. I think that's everything in there. I know that in the little goodie pack in here, there's some fastener stickers too, warranty card, user manual, and we're not interested in that, are we? Really, we want to check out the transmitter and the receiver. It is plastic, even though it's made to look metallic, but it's otherwise okay. It's really light, 47 grams. It's got an omnidirectional mic on it. There we've got an input there. We've got the little notch, which I liked on the BoomX D1 system that we checked out, that kept the lav mic in nice and steady. A couple of buttons there, and then we've got these little antenna thing there. Interesting. Clip on the back, so that will go on the cold shoe or on anything relevant. IR there, USB charging, reset. It is really light, isn't it? Apparently you get 6 hours battery life out of this. Got 48 channels. Let's check out the receiver while we're here. The receiver, considering it's brand new, seems to have a little mark on it. Interesting. All looks good, just looks like a little bit of sticker residue. Maybe off this. Yeah, probably off that. Anyway, that looks really smart. So we've got these two that extend fully. They're quite stiff, but you get them all the way out if you want to get the very full range. I'm not particularly interested in the crazy range that this thing offers, but there we go. Got a -90 receiving sensitivity. There's 3.5 jack for monitoring, an output IR there. Let's see what's under here. Charging point and reset point there. Anything here? No. And a nice clip on the back. The screen looks decent too. The buttons feel good. Let's see if there's actually any power in this yet. Yep, there we go. That one's coming on immediately. And just out of curiosity, let's press the transmitter. And the transmitter, as you can see, is actually transmitting. I'll bring it closer to my voice now, and we can see that that is working immediately. It's chosen channel 10, full signal, actually full battery in that one. Very, very cool. I'll be putting down a little distance marker so we can see how it sounds. I've got the wind muff on. Now I'm out of line of sight, so you might have lost me. I'm going to walk up here a little bit now and then turn around so we're back in line of sight. Put down a distance marker. Wind muff is on, a lot of background noise, and I think I've got to get off this site very soon. So let's get to the 60 mark and see how it goes. Right, we should now be approaching the 60 point. So there we go. We're now at 60 meters, half the range. How does it sound? I did a tape before, but I had to notch it down to 8 on the volume on the actual unit itself, on the receiver. So this should be a little bit better. Let's walk back now and see how it fares. It should be a nice, clean, steady signal. Say clean, with all this background noise, never gonna be that clean. How does that sound now? Testing, test, 1, 2, 3. Yes, I am on the telephone here. That should be absolute maximum, and the receiver is in my hand, pointing towards the camera. I'll put it behind my back so it's out of line of sight. How does that sound now? Or does it not sound at all? Bringing it back to line of sight should be better. And once more, let's try it again, out of line of sight, and then yeah, let's walk back now. Now, to all intents and purposes, this should be absolutely fine now. There shouldn't be a big problem. So it's just a lot of waffle to get us back in front of the computer to listen to this properly on some good headphones and talk normally. Testing, 1, 2, 3. How does that sound to you? Let's pull this out just for the sake of it. Now I've took the lav mic out and I'm just holding this thing as if it was a roving mic, and clearly I'm not in the shot now. I've had this for a few weeks now and I've got to give it a thumbs up, but it still feels a bit flimsy to me, so I won't be using it in any, rough and ready situations. That's where the case comes in handy. It's very cool, and it will keep the TX and the RX in good condition while out and about, though a personal preference will be to replace this insert to make better use of the space. It's a minor personal thing, so we can't really knock any points off for that. Now, the sound quality I'd say is more than good enough for a beginner, and even an intermediate level shooter could get a decent take out of this setup with a couple of clicks in post. I still prefer the BoomX-D kit that they put out, but if you're after a UHF setup and you don't want to spend more than the 150 that this goes for, then this is a good buy. While the build quality isn't amazing, the little touches like the notch to hold the lav mic in securely and the better fitting wind muff make for a more convenient kit than some of the other options out there. The screen flip feature is handy. The lav mic that we were using just before is a decent quality, albeit you can use a better one if you have one. And the battery life, it's more than adequate. Plus, of course, you can top up via USB-C while you're out and about. That should be standard, at least for now. It has everything we've come to expect and continues to solidify Comica as a real player in the market. Don't let that brand name fool you anymore. Have you tried this kit? Let us know in the comments below. Stay safe, and I'll see you very soon. In here, there are some fastener stickers. There are some fastener stickers. There are some stickers too.